Hello, my name is Zinnia Denoyer, and this is my presentation for SIP411 boards. I am studying Advanced Computer Science, and I am an honors student. Right in front of us, this is going to be the welcome page for my website, so I will provide a link in below, so if you want to check it out, I highly suggest you do. And we'll just go ahead and jump into my boards, since that's what we're here for. So this is going to be my boards page. One thing I want to mention is that you will find little GitHub icons on this page. If you click on that, that will actually take you to the repository where each project can be found. So if you want to see the code for that, I would click on those. So we'll go ahead and start with Objective 1. Follow a software development process to analyze a problem and to design, build, and test software solutions. So starting off, we have Homebrew. This was my student innovation project that I presented at the end of last semester. So a little bit about Homebrew. It was just a mobile application that helped users find coffee and tea recipes based off what they already liked. So to develop Homebrew, I need to create some wireframes so I can have a little design map, an idea how I want to do this so I could build it properly and test it. So that's how this was able to meet the requirements as I made wireframes, which is a design method in the industry. Next up, we have our game blog website. So this was for one of my web design classes. We were asked to create a website for just any special reason and to kind of have like a little mapping method to demonstrate how we wanted to map out the website, which is another practice you can find in the web development industry. So for here, I was able to create a little, not exactly a wireframe, but it was a mapping web to kind of show where each button would take you in the website. So it meets the requirement as I am using another mapping method to help design a solution that will help me build the project. Next up is Objective 2, demonstrate software development skills using more than one programming language and development environment. Again, we do have Homebrew, my student innovation project. That's because Homebrew was made with multiple different languages such as React, CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. So that is more than one programming language, so that's how this meets the requirement. It also uses the Expo Developer Online IDE, which is very unique because it's not one we commonly use all the time for other programming languages. So that is a unique IDE or programming environment I was able to use for this project. That's how this meets the objective. Next up, we have the fantasy text adventure game I created in my Python Programming 2 class. So this was my final and for Python Programming 2, so it's going to be programmed in Python. For this one, I actually coded it in Visual Studio Code, which is something we all usually pretty much have worked with here at UAT. So that is going to be another IED or programming environment. So since this is a different programming language from the previous project, that demonstrates me using more than one language for different projects. So that is how this meets the requirement. So next up is Objective 3, implement data-driven solutions. Right here we have linked lists, so this project meets the requirement as the program uses linked lists to form a data-driven solution to organize data. The project also allows the user to search or alter the data using the solution created. So that is how that meets the requirement as linked lists were able to help form a data-driven solution to solve a problem, which was to organize data. Next up we have my basic chatbot from my deep learning class. So this is the T5 token Google model LLMs. So this is a basic chatbot that uses the T5 token Google model elements in the backend. So that is what makes it a data-driven solution to make the chatbot function. This meets the requirement of a data-driven solution with the backend performance of the LLM. Next up we have Objective 4, design and implement software solutions for software devices, embedded systems, and or multiple platforms. So first up we have Homebrew again. That was my student innovation project as I mentioned earlier. Homebrew is a mobile application that was created in React Native. I used the Expo Developer Online IDE to create this project, as I mentioned earlier, for another objective. Because it was created in Expo Developer Online, this easily made the project both backwards compatible for iOS and Android. So it is a cross-platform mobile application, meaning it fits more than one of those requirements for this objective. Next up, we have Photo Vault. That is going to be another React Native assignment from my React Native class. This was actually for our mobile app contest. So this was a mobile app that kind of helped users store videos on their phone in this app. You could take videos and photos and store them and keep them safe and secure. This was made with React Native, programming language used for mobile applications, so the project functions on Android and iOS devices. Next up, we have Objective 5, document the planning and development of software applications using industry standard tools, techniques, and processes. So starting off with Homebrew, which was my Stimulation project again. For the creation of Homebrew, I use SDLC to plan, design, and develop the application, following the process to design, program, test, and repeat. SDLC is an industry standard process which completes this requirement. So for Homebrew, I had to very much design the project, which I did often. I had to go back and change a lot of designs. I would develop it, and then I would test the application, and then I would just repeat that process, trying to find something that would just make it work. So this is often used in professional industries, and I will likely be continuing using it. Next up, we have Grab the Axe. So Grab the Axe was my project in production studios and my internship, actually. So while working in production studios, I managed a team for Grab the Axe. I use Agile Scrum methods to lead the team and development by getting the milestone goals, contribute designs, and forward them to the development team, followed up by testing and deploying the project. This process was repeated 3 times in a semester, which is common practice in the industry. So for Grab the Axe, that's how I was able to use Agile Scrum, which completes this objective as well. Next up, we have Objective 6. Within software solutions, describe, implement, and analyze data structure techniques such as lists, trees, hash tables, and graphs, along with sorting and searching algorithms. So again, I do have that linked list assignment I mentioned earlier. This project meets the requirement by using a data structure technique known as linked lists. It uses linked lists to organize data and allow the user to search through it. There is even an option to alter the data. So that is how this meets the requirement. Next up, we have my hash tables assignment. This project meets the requirement by using a data structure technique known as a hash table. It uses a hash table to organize a list of data, allowing the user to search for entries within the table. So that's going to be it for my presentation for SIP411 boards. I hope you enjoyed watching me go through each of my objectives as a computer science major and talking about each project that helped me meet those objectives. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to look at my website, I will have that link below, and if you are my SMEs, I have that link sent to you already. Again, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.